Most of us did not venture too far from home on Friday during the storm, at least if we could help it, but not Ben Williamson. He was out there getting some amazing images of the waves crashing against the Portland headlight in Cape Elizabeth. And those waves, they caused quite a bit of damage, from broken windows to flooded rooms there. For the past 6 years, Williamson was the photo editor for Down East magazine, and seeing some of these stills explains why. This last one shows a fishing boat trying to make it back to port. Ben says he did check, and the crew did make it back home safely. Tough images to see from the waves crashing up there, though.
Crazy. He's a great photographer. I think he still does classes and everything too. But
I love that.
The headlight was interesting because I had driven about an hour south down towards Wells, and there was a lot of damage there. And then I got texts, and they were like, "You could have gone 8 minutes from the station." And I mean, everywhere. The storm was crazy. Now things have settled, and as I mentioned, this week is boring. Yes. But we just kind of incrementally get a little less harsh and cold because it was cold.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
Chilly.
New Year's Eve. I'm skipping ahead. Christmas Eve
was very cold.
Yeah. New Year's Eve is I'm gonna be sleeping. I don't know. We got to 33 in Portland today. 35 in Sanford. Fine. Average high is 35 this time of the year. So about that. Tonight will be the last truly cold night in a little while. We get down into the teens and some single digits for Greenville, Millinocket, Caribou, getting down to potentially below zero by early tomorrow morning. But there's nothing all that exciting here other than, again, we incrementally are just going to get a little bit more reasonable in the temperature department. So tonight we're in the teens and single digits. Tomorrow there's more clouds and some snow showers and squalls that float around out there. Best chance of those snow showers and squalls will be in the mountains. But you can see this model at least has a few breaking off and making it towards the coastline through tomorrow midday or so. That's a possibility. Temperatures get into the mid-30s in a lot of spots by tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night is in the 20s as opposed to teens. And then we get into the upper 30s to near 40 degrees by Thursday afternoon. So we add another 5 degrees or so. And then we'll do it again on Friday, getting into the mid-40s by Friday afternoon. So we're just kind of getting there slowly. Nothing drastic or crazy. We get to about 50 or so by Saturday. The overall, what we call synoptic scale, large scale pattern here is not very cold. And so what you look for are these purples, pinks, breaking off from the poles and moving down. The technical term, or the term that people use, is polar vortex. It's fine. It's just been overused, so now I don't like it anymore. But you don't see any of that, right? You see it all locked up. And if anything, we're ridging out through the end of the week. We do it again mid to late next week. And so that tells me there's not a lot of cold air to be had here in the next 10 to maybe 15 days. And case in point here on Saturday, some of us will get to around 50 degrees on Saturday afternoon. The timing on this, though, Saturday night, of course, being New Year's Eve, it's going to be close. We've got a storm coming. Looks like we stay generally dry until about a little after midnight, and then the rain moves in. And it does get really rainy here late Saturday night through Sunday, through most of the day Sunday. It's an all-rain storm, though, except for the far northern areas. And then we do it again on Wednesday. Start as a brief mix and then go over to rain. So I don't see a lot of total snow here. In fact, guys, we run these medium-range models out to about 15 days. And the European medium-range model, which is good, it's one of the better ones, it has no snow in Portland until the 6th of January. And then it has basically, most of them have under 3 inches until the middle of the month of January. So, these are mid-range models. Things can change, but the feeling is not a lot of cold air, and without a lot of cold air, it's hard to get a lot of big storms that are going to be snow.
And no indication of something large headed our way.
Not for a little while.
All right, we will enjoy what we have.
Yeah.
Keith, thanks so much.